Hello everyone, it is Allie with Bold North Frenchies. So one of the most common questions I get, especially from first-time breeders, is how do I know when it is time for my female to go in for her C-section? So most people do 2 inseminations. If you're doing side by side, if you have your own stud, you actually may even do 3 inseminations. So pinpointing an actual due date can be tough. And if any breeder knows, even delivering puppies a few days early really can equal premature puppies, which can be problems, puppy deaths, a lot of hardship that goes in with that. So it's really important for you to make sure that the C-section is performed at the proper time. So today I'm going to tell you how to determine that. So gestation is usually about 63 days. However, usually around day 58, we will do a reverse progesterone on our girls. So you know you do progesterone when you are obviously breeding to find the best ovulation dates, but progesterone is actually very helpful as well when determining a delivery date. So we actually do our own progesterone testing, but you can take your dog to your vet on day 58 and have them do a progesterone test. Now the number that we typically look for before we say we cut or we do C-section is 2 or under. Okay, so you may bring your girl in on day 58 and she still may be at like a 9. So in that case, wait about 48 hours, bring her back in. You may need to do a few reverse progesterones to determine the best date, because some girls go into active labor and some do not, especially if you're having a singleton puppy. Some girls actually never go into active labor. So speaking of active labor, that is another sign of time for delivery. So let's say you don't have access to doing a reverse progesterone. Active labor looks like this. Usually females start panting, they start scratching, they start pacing. If you have a whelping box, or even I've had girls go hide in the closet, they're trying to find, it's that animal instinct, trying to nest and trying to find a place basically for delivery. So usually that active labor can last anywhere between 8 hours to 24 hours. So that really does mean that she is getting close. Another determinant is temperature, rectal temperature. So, she may be sitting at a 99, 100 on day 58, day 59. Typically, she's not ready then. So temperature when it's time for delivery usually drops to 98 or below. But I would say temperature is the last thing I rely on for time for delivery. It's probably the least accurate when it comes time to do a C-section, so just keep that in mind. So again, things that we're looking for is progesterone dropping 2 or under, active labor, panting, scratching, finding a safe spot, being uncomfortable. That you kind of know once your dog is just sitting there and panting or pacing around, you know that it's coming soon. Or a temperature drop of 98 or below. So it's kind of being on call. Make sure that you have a vet that is willing to be on call for you, so you're not having to go to an emergency vet, because emergency vets don't do C-sections on a regular basis like a reproductive vet will do. They also usually charge about 3 times as much. So just make sure you're doing your homework when you're choosing a vet, that you are asking those questions. What happens if my girl goes into labor at 1 a.m.? What do I do? Make sure that you are in communication well before the due date so you have a game plan. Hopefully you guys found this helpful. Have a great day.